Hello and welcome to Your Health Moment podcast. I'm your host, Max Sturdivant, better known as Dr. Fitness. On this podcast, I want to give you the tools to start, continue, and never give up on your journey towards health. Now, whether you struggle with your weight, eating the right food, hydration, exercise, or even time management, you're in the right place, and I'm here for you. Now, let's dive right into this episode. Welcome to Your Health Moment. I'm Dr. Fitness, your host. What I strive to do every day as a wellness coach is to inspire people. You know, every client, every patient, they need to understand how important it is to do what they need to do. They need examples, I believe. And so in my life, I found people that inspire me. And what I'm really grateful today for is to have Jolisa Brinson here and then introduce you, the listeners, to Jolisa Brinson. Now, Jolisa is the co-founder and personal trainer of the all-women's fitness company, Body Precepts. And Jolisa is a 4-time winning professional bodybuilder. Jolisa, can you share with the listeners more about your journey?
Oh, of course, of course. So, like Doc had said, first off, I love Doc. He's an inspiration for the
I
city
love you
of
more.
Jacksonville. He's incredible. So just my own personal journey. I used to be 300 pounds, and I went from 300 pounds to becoming like a fitness instructor, then a personal trainer, and then recently, well, back in 2021, I had won and my bodybuilding competition and became a pro bodybuilder, which is very exciting. And so right now, I'm just honestly, the goal is just to continue to encourage and inspire women to prioritize their health, to take care of themselves. Honestly, not even just women. Although I train women, I encourage everyone to really understand the power of wellness, and the power that you have inside of you in order to change your lifestyle, move your body, change your life. Kind of, that's a solemn belief of mine.
Wow. Well, what a journey from 300
Yeah.
pounds to being a professional
Mhm.
bodybuilder. I can imagine all the things that have happened within that
Yeah.
space. I mean, I probably can imagine all the things that have happened in that space.
Mhm.
I know for me personally, when I was at my heaviest, and for me, it was freshman year of college. I was eating all kind like pizza,
Yeah.
Chinese food, ice cream, everything. I really put on a lot of weight. And I was dating a girl at the time who said to me, no matter how big you get, I'm going to always love you. I had not
Yeah.
realized I was putting on weight until
Mhm.
she reflected that back to
Yeah.
me. And I realized it was, the change, I had to, like emotional things I was going through, and food, you know, the courses were tough. Food was just an easy kind of
Those are
escape for
survival
me.
foods, okay? We were out here trying to survive school. Yeah. And those are like they're so easy to obtain as well. They're cheaper than a lot of foods out there and they're just so accessible. That's usually the issue most of the time.
Wow. Was that the period that you started putting on?
I,
Did you have
yeah.
a genesis?
Um, I honestly, I have been big almost my whole life. So it was third grade that I kind of started going through. Actually, I think I started puberty pretty early. Like I feel like I was the height I am now in third grade. Like I kind of shot up then, and then I felt from like that's when I kind of started experiencing bullying because I started getting like bigger and eating more, and so I was kind of in this place of emotional eating to cope with the changes that were happening to my body instead of speaking like to my parents about it or my sister and just kind of getting, I don't know, more revelation from them that this is a normal process, that the body does change, that people are going to be people, kids are going to be kids, they're going to say different things. But I felt like it was my responsibility to try to to fix it or to cope. So I kept a lot of things like pushed down inside. And instead of talking about it, I ate and I kept eating and I kept eating. And it kind of progressed as I became an adult. And, honestly, it's not like one of those things where I'm eating, like I'm doing this on purpose. It was like that was my outlet. That was the only way. I didn't have a voice to stand up for myself. And I just didn't know how to, I don't know, I didn't know how to speak about it. Like I didn't know I had a voice. I didn't know I could like tell myself that, you're allowed to go through life how you need to go through life. People are going to be people, kids are going to be kids, but you're still worthy. You're still worthy. Just because you're bigger than other people, they might, they have a right to say whatever they want to say, but I have a right also to let you know you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. But during those times, I just didn't, that in my mind, it didn't click. And so I really did use food as a coping mechanism just to kind of get through life. So it's been a minute. And I didn't really start my journey because it was one of those yo-yo things. Like I never had one decision and I was like, okay, I'm going to lose weight. Like it wasn't that. I had to choose to want to, lose weight or change my lifestyle. I promise you a million times. Because we sometimes make that decision, like we get motivated by something, but then you're like, okay, I'm good. Like I don't have to like go to the gym like that or eat healthy. Like I'm over whatever might have hurt me. And now I'm back to normal. I can eat again. And then something else happens. Okay, I'm about to get back on. So it's just like, those clients that you might have like who they keep falling off the wagon. Like, I don't know, every 2 months or something just has to be a catalyst for them in order to have a change. And so it was like one of those things where I just had to like keep choosing to, I have to go to the gym today. I got to eat better. Like, and I would do that on a constant basis. It's never really one epiphany. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, all too well,
Yeah.
actually. I still just personally, I still tell myself I got to go to the gym today.
That part.
I mean,
Same.
I still to this day go, I got to go to the gym today.
Same.
I got this work to do today.
Yeah.
Um,
It's funny. I was having a conversation with someone the other day and I was like, I feel like sometimes the gym or like working out can be like a scheme or a scam because it's like one of those things where people think that there's some sort of end to it. There's never an end to getting fit. I was like, this is a scam out here because as soon as something gets easier or it gets better, you're just like, all right, so that means I gotta go a little heavier. I think I have to add some volume, this endurance can go up a little higher kind of thing. So it's just like, oh, I see what you're doing, Jim. I see what you're doing, fitness. Like, okay, this is what it is. And a lot of people think that there's an end to it. It's lifestyle. It honestly is completely lifestyle.
To me, it's almost the opposite. I feel that you have to work harder as you get older. So now that I'm 58, I
Okay,
have to work
58.
much harder
Looking
to
good.
maintain. But thank you,
You're
Jolisa.
welcome.
Well, you are like a rock star. I have to work much harder now to maintain than I did when I had all the great hormones in my system doing a lot of the work for me. You know what I mean? Now the work gets harder as you get older. And I think that's a tough sell for people as they get older.
Yeah, but my question to you is like, what then keeps you going? Like at 58, sometimes people are like, I'm too old to go to the gym. Oh, I don't want to be around, folks or make the time to do that. I got too much going on. So why is it that you decide to continue to go?
In my case, it's easy. And it's funny you say that. And I tend to, the population that I work with as a trainer is 55 to 85. So when you say, hey, what makes you continue to keep going in our population? The thing is to be able to continue to be active, to be able to continue to do the things that we used to do when it was no effort to do. Now to maintain, I want to continue to walk as I get older. I want to continue. I mean, and that's like the big one, believe it or not, just being able to walk. It's something that you can't take for granted as you get to 60, 70, 80.
Yeah.
So flexibility is important. Being able to really sit and stand
Yeah, a lot of people do the whole
um,
thing with, like, when you're younger, is focus on, like, aesthetics, so I have to look so good, but as we get older, Imma
it's
need to be able
function.
to carry my groceries into the house.
It's
Right?
function. So yeah, it changed. It
Yeah.
changes, yeah, to function,
Mhm.
you know. But I do have some huge respect for you, you deciding to go the professional bodybuilding route,
Oh.
because that is commitment on a different
Oh,
level.
definitely.
Did you find that to be the case?
Oh, yes. Um, I do have a new respect for the bodybuilding profession, people who participate and do it, especially on a regular basis. Um, at first, I had the idea of bodybuilding like, ew, why would anyone ever do that? Like, why would I get on the stage and let some complete stranger who doesn't know me like judge my body? I'm not doing that kind of thing. But like after some encouragement and just realizing it was one of those things where you stop thinking about like I'm not doing this for other people. I think I want to do this to see where I am. This isn't about anybody else judging me. This is about me seeing what can my body really do? What kind of discipline do I really need to have in order to accomplish this? And so in the process, oh, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. It's a sacrifice of self. Honestly, you have to tell yourself, oh, I can't do this today. Like I can't eat those cookies. I can't have that ice cream. But I'm allowed to rest as I need to rest. But when it's time to work, oh, we putting in work kind of thing. And having the
I
support,
love.
yeah, and having the support of people around you to like encouragement is huge. Having a team behind you to say, girl, like you got this. Oh, did you work out today? Kind of thing. It helped. The whole thing helped. But I encourage anybody that is entering into that phase or wanting to bodybuild, just remember your why, as to why you're wanting to participate and doing what are your intentions, and also the after effect. Because a lot of people, even women that I had did the competition with and stuff, um, some people they can't take themselves out of the bodybuilding phase, meaning they're expecting their bodies to look the way that it looks all year round. And so you kind of go through this phase after it's over of kind of like body dysmorphia, and so you're just like, I'm big, like I'm huge or whatever kind of thing. But you have to honestly let yourself know your body can't sustain that. And a lot of people, I think, want the bodybuilder body, but even bodybuilders can't sustain that body for a lot of time. That's why there's seasons, and then there are like you doing things for like shows. And then after that, your body's gonna go back to normal. Like it's not healthy. It's not healthy to be at, that lower body fat or, you know, working out or training that hard without any kind of rest, without any kind of reset in nutrition and diet. So just making sure people know, like, after it's over, you can eat a little more. Like, it's okay. You don't have to go to the gym as much, and you definitely need to catch up on your sleep.
Wow. Is there an emotional piece to that? Because you're on this high, I would think,
Yeah.
and then it's over. Do you think you feel a dip
Um.
after the show? Or is it elation? Like, yay, I can eat now.
Oh.
Or
Well, I can't speak for anyone else. I can speak for myself. I think for many it's just like a moment of, oh, I really did this. Like you have a sense of adoration for the process. Like you realize a lot of people can't do this or wouldn't do this on purpose, you know? After it's over, sometimes you have to figure out, well, what is it that I'm wanting to do? Do I want to continue on with this? Or is this enough? Is this
did I learn what I needed to
Yeah.
learn from this
Mhm.
experience? And, or is there more I need to learn? So after you competed,
Mhm.
was that your takeaway? I learned what I needed. Do I need to learn more because I need to do this again?
Um, I felt like I got what I needed from it, something really wanted, like something deep down was like, I think this is something that you really like, you like to do. You need, like, I want you to pursue it. But the problem was in my life, it wasn't the season for me to continue pursuing it the way I wanted to pursue it. So I
Wow.
kind of had to put down my own pride in it, my own ego, and say, this just isn't the time. And that's okay. And just remind myself, you're good. If you did it once, you're good enough to do it again. And whenever you are ready to get back on stage, or whenever you are ready to like really commit and say, hey, we about to do another competition. Oh, you are giving yourself those tools that I need, um, building up my self-efficacy by continuing to be in the gym, continuing to not be in such a strict regimen with food, but being able to, sometimes I got to say no to certain things. Just continuing to embed those healthy habits while I'm in this transition season of, you know what, I might not be doing bodybuilding right now, but I'm still training women who need guidance and who admire what I do and who are inspired by me. So I can't be like I can't be over here depressed because I can't be in another competition, or I think, oh, it'll never happen for me again. I kind of had to take my power back and say, girl, you did it. Like, that was your first competition you ever did. And you got your pro card the first time. People have competed for years and years and never received their pro cards
Pro
until
card. Oh my
years
God.
later.
Yes.
And I was like, this is my first one. And I was able to do
You
something that
got your
many
pro
couldn't
card.
do.
I
I
mean,
didn't enjoy, because of life, I didn't get to really enjoy the moment like I really wanted to, but God gave me a season of rest and reflection. Um, and when I think about it, I give all credit to God for what happened. Like, when I tell you I was getting up at 2:30, 3:30 in the morning, working out 3-4 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, it was commitment and it was real. And so it's natural to have, like, especially when you come off from like a big high, like a win like that, it's natural for it to come, down at times. But as long as that's why it's so important to have a good, healthy foundation, having a healthy foundation of who you are, having a healthy foundation that it's not what you do that determines your worth. It's just who you are. It's just who God created you to be. And it's just what's in you. That's what's the power. That's what allows you to make the healthier choices. That's what allows you to say, you know what, I've been eating too much sugar. I'm about to do a little Dr. Fitness challenge, 30 days without sugar, because I can, and I will. So it's those things that are important. So if you have that sense, and that foundation and that wisdom and that knowledge to like know, like, hey, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Then I think that it just helps you as you continue to transition. You're gonna feel the emotions. Like, we're emotional creatures. I'm always in my feelings.
mm-hmm.
Doc. Like, I'm always in my feelings. But it, like, that's how we move. That's what inspires us to like go after what we want to go after. That's what helps us to go after our dreams, is our emotions. So if we have that emotional intelligence, and that understanding, I think it's easier to transition out of the highs. And then whenever we are in our lows, to transition out of those lows. You don't have to stay low. And then life happens. We're not always going to be high, you know?
It's as you're talking about the emotional piece, I think that's something that you did with Body Precepts.
Mm,
You wanted to integrate the emotional, flow into people's journey with
yeah.
wellness. How did you decide to do that with the Body Precepts?
Yeah. Well, me and Jocelyn, my sister, it was honestly Jocelyn. She one day came up to me. I was already teaching like Zumba classes and stuff at the Y fitness things, kind of doing little stuff here and there. I would meet up with people, just like friendship stuff. Meet up with them. They were like, "Hey, your body's great. I love you. Can you like train me or something? Like, can we work out together?" And I was doing that stuff, but I didn't think of it as anything. I was just like, that's just a part of me. I just want to help. But then Jocelyn, she had been a substance abuse counselor. And so she was noticing, like, she feels like there was always like a correlation in like even people being addicted, and then even people with food addictions. And so there's a strong correlation in the emotional sense of that. And she was like, you know what? You're getting your personal trainer license. I'm going to become a health coach. We're about to help these people. And it's just, we have to realize sometimes, especially in fitness, no offense, doc, but it's very male dominant in the fitness industry. And so a lot of times these guys, they're like, on the videos, you can do this and blah, blah, blah. And they're all like really extra hard sometimes. Like, it's mind over matter. It's mind over matter. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes I noticed in my own journey, it's been a process. It's a lot of waiting at times, and it takes an emotional toll on you, especially when it comes to Black women and our bodies as well. We hold a lot when it comes to certain things, like when it comes to generations. Some people have unhealthy habits from, I don't know, years and years and years back that run through their family, their bloodline. They have no understanding of the importance of movement and different things like that. And so sometimes people need a foundation, and they need a foundation in order to be like, I'm going to do the work, but I'm not okay. And giving people the space to say that I'm not okay. I said a million times during my journey, I was not okay, but I was able to understand the power of the consistency. So just being consistent in it while I'm going through my feelings, it's okay. Like, it's okay that I'm sad that I've been working out 5 days this week and the scale went up 3. Like, the scale went up 3 pounds. Like, I'm allowed to be pissed off about that, but I'm not allowed to stop going. You know what I mean? And then you get an understanding, and then getting the knowledge and the power to understand, like, the journey in weight loss and fitness is nothing's linear at all. It's not like some days it's here, some days it's up there. It's never like this. And I don't care how long you even been in fitness. Like, of course, we all have our things where, you sometimes transition from the weight loss aspect to, okay, now I'm just going to focus on fat loss. And then sometimes I'm maintaining, I'm good where I'm at. But it's never here. Life is never here. So don't expect the journey to be here. It's always going to be ups and downs. And you're always learning new things about our bodies, new things about our hormones, our blood. Like, we put so much pressure on ourselves for this perfect journey, and it's never been designed to be perfect. It's designed to pull something out of you that you don't even know that's in you. That's where Body Precepts comes in with our clients. It's like, there's so much more to you than weight loss, and we need community, and you need a space to allow yourself to be who you are, to take those expectations off of you, just be in a space where you can just move, you can just be, you're allowed to be pissed off, you're allowed to be happy. Like, just allow yourself to go through the process of life in this, with community, to know, like, you're not crazy. Like, you're not crazy. We all have our struggles, we all have our stuff, but as long as you stay consistent and you keep moving in it, and you have people in your ear to tell you, like, you can get through this, like, you can go through life. And it's a lifestyle journey. It's not like something we're not doing where we're trying to lose 40 pounds in 30 days or trying to lose 15 pounds. Like, that's not lifestyle. And most of the times you're restricting yourself so much that you're just going to continue to get frustrated. So the goal with Body Precepts has always just been, we're here to give you a foundation for lifestyle. This is what life can look like for you. Take the cape off, sis. Take the pressure off of yourself.
Wow. And make it manageable for you.
Yes, because it's about you. If it doesn't work for you, then what's the point? Who are you trying to be like? Like, you're not going to get her body by stressing out and trying to eat like her, look like. You'll never look like her, because you'll never be her. So, and I tell clients like that, y'all ain't going to be me. You're not going to, but you're going to be the best you that you can be. Don't try to be anybody else but you. You're going to wear yourself out trying to be someone that you will never become. You can change your habits.
That's a beautiful way to frame it for people.
Yeah. Like you'll never be those people. It's nothing wrong with being inspired by someone, but you shouldn't want to become them. And you try to kill yourself trying to do what they do, and that's not for you. That's not your journey.
It's interesting that you bring that up. It's good to be inspired by someone, but it's not good to want to be them.
Mm-hmm.
Or, and I think that's kind of, excuse me, what I see is some of the challenges of social media at the moment. People sit back and they see the amazing things that, athletes like you are doing, and it's making them feel worse about themselves that they haven't been able to reach those heights or reach those levels. Yeah. Have you encountered that? What do you say to people that, or do you think there's even a connection between that and social media? Where do you stand on it?
Yeah, there's very much a connection. Comparison is the biggest thief of joy and peace ever.
I love that.
People don't realize, like, folks look at reels and different things, and they're just like, oh, I wish I could lift like that or look like that. Even in my own journey. And I have to tell people, like, I've been doing this. I have to even come to a realization, I've been doing this for a little minute now. Like, I think I've been on my journey in fitness and wellness almost 10 years now, almost. And so,
wow, yeah, you were killing in Zumba. I remember. I mean, oh my God, everyone was raving like, you got to get Jolisa. I mean, Jolisa is like. I mean, so that's been a while.
It's been a minute.
You know what I mean?
And then you have to find your way. Like it takes a while. And a lot of these fitness people, a lot of them the thing about people, they think a lot of folks just pop up out of nowhere. But they've been at this for a minute. Certain folks. And then other people, honestly, folks be about themselves. That's why, people come on with the things that actually, they think work, but they don't. Not to,
Oh, I get it. It
but
could
like,
work for.
selling the fat burning pills or the weight loss pills or the waist trainers and different things like that. A lot of stuff are illusions, and they're like passing this off like this is what has helped me. But some of them have actually hit the gym and changed their lifestyle, but some of them have gotten surgeries. Like, but they're never gonna, admit that because they built a brand off of, your insecurities. That's the weight loss journey. Like, they built brands off of this. And so when you come with it, like, hey, so I'm not about to sell you stuff that I don't, personally use myself, or tell you about something to give you a quick fix when it ain't a quick fix. And I think it's helped people connect with me because being from 300 pounds, because I haven't gotten surgery, and it wasn't overnight that I lost this weight, and it wasn't overnight that I gained the muscle or gained strength or even was able to compete. It took a lot mentally, emotionally, and physical development to get here. And at the end of the day, I'm 30. I'm not done. Like, I got a lot in the tank, Lord's willing.
Just a baby.
I got something in me. So it's not just a now thing. And people get so desperate that folks are capitalizing off of people's desperation. I don't want you desperate for your life. Like, your life is a gift. Like, it's already yours. Why are you desperate to live someone else's life or someone else's stuff? You got your own. So I think people just, they capitalize off of that. And it's not real. A lot of that stuff is just not real. So some people have been doing this a minute, and God has honestly opened the door for them to finally be seen and stuff, because they've been helping. Like, a lot of folks do things behind the scenes. I'm going to stop bragging on you, but a lot of folks like you do things behind the scenes that help so many folks, and you pour into so many people that God sees it. God sees it.
Thank you. That's
and
so
he
nice
finally,
of you to say.
and then he's
Thank
like,
you.
you know what? You've been doing this behind closed doors. Let me go ahead and let me elevate you up a little bit not in the way you wanted me to, but in the way that I want you to, because this is what I feel you can handle right now. and then I'll give you something else but just continue to have the heart that you have. Continue to build, how I need you to build. As long as you're, obedient to me and listening and really helping these people, not for your glory, but for mine. I'm going to elevate you when I want to elevate you. That's why a lot of folks, they've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. That's why I can't hate on nobody. I can't be jealous of nobody. Your time is your time. And God will do his thing when he wants to do his thing. So a lot of people, they've been
I
helping
love
people
that.
behind the scenes for years, and God's just like, it's time. But a lot of people, some people just aren't, some people aren't good people, like at the end of the day. And I had to learn that. And some people are just kind of concerned about themselves, want to fill them pockets up. So they're going to sell you everything in the book. And a lot of people, they built, they on face value. So as long as you look good, that's the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter what's in here a lot of the times. But as trainers, as people, we have to be okay with people. We have to meet people where they are. Some people are stuck on the physical, but some people have had these experiences where they're beyond the physical now. How's your character? How's your heart? How's your spirit? And that's how we connect with other people. But yeah,
That's
it just
wonderful.
depends.
No, I love that. And to me, that's what two things. You made two really great points that resonated with me. The one is being able to pour out to others. Well, I think that's what it's really about, because I think there is someone out there who, when they see you, you resonate so strongly with them, they can think of no one else that can really help them on their journey. You are at that place for them. And I think everyone has someone like that out there. That's why I think there's so much space in the business, in the health and wellness business, for so many people. Because there's so many people that need help, and everyone is going to see help in a different way. So they're not going to resonate with the way you see help, but they may resonate with the way someone else is going to help them, because they want that quick, just look thing. So they're going to be attracted more to that than the real hard work that they're going to be required to do if they choose you.
That'd be the issue. We have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with not being that person. You just might not be the one for them. They might not be ready for you. And that's okay.
That is okay. And that was in my time as a personal trainer, that was one of the biggest aha moments that I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I think that moment that you just said was when I realized, oh my God, it's so important to be open and support other people. Because if I don't get a client, it's not a reflection on me. And so I always tell trainers, that's not a reflection on you if that client went over there. That's a reflection on them. That's where they are. They want to work in that environment. And that's good, because at least they're doing something to move forward.
You have to meet people where they are.
And I think that's a really classic example of that,
We have to put our egos down sometimes, because there's so many people like, well, I'm the best, and you just come to me if you want the best results. So come to this for it's so much, but everybody has their gifts. Everybody has, their thing that they're good at. It's so many trainers here, but that's the thing. You can look at it as, oh God, there's so many people, oh my God, that I have to compete against. Or you can be like, there's so many people in this city. There's so many people in this country, in this world. Somebody needs me. I have a tribe somewhere, whether it's in this city or it's not. My people are for me. God designed whoever my people are, they're going to be for me. And hey, I might want to reach everybody. And that's okay for you to want to reach everybody, but just know sometimes you have a certain group that's your core group. That's who that's who you're supposed to reach. So whether it's, 3 people or whether it's 500,000 people, either one is okay. Everyone, we all want to be so big and, so grand, but you changing the lives of the generations of 3 people. You're affecting the the information that you give and the love that you pour into 3 people, that can change, like that can change someone's life completely. You reaching 3 people. And sometimes in, society, it's just, it doesn't have the same effect. Like you reaching 3 people and 500,000. What looks better? But
Well, you're a classic example of
yeah.
that, because let's say the person that was able to reach you and help you with the transformation that you have had, because we all have had a tribe. There have been people that have held me up and supported me in my
Yeah.
life. There have been clients that have done that. There have been other trainers. So, and God has inspired all kinds of things. And and I feel that everyone has had that gift of people that have held
Yeah.
them up to do that. And I think with that, it gives us the ability that one person that you hold up, like the one person that held you up, for example, probably had no idea that you would turn around and hold up hundreds of other people and inspire and be admired by so many people that have seen what you've accomplished. So that effort to help you, one person, branches and grows into this beautiful thing that Body Precepts is today.
Yeah. It's a blessing. It really is. Sometimes you have to recognize that. Like, being able to have someone believe in you and speak life into you, is more precious than money. Is more precious than power, status. There's nothing like a kind word, especially when you're down and out. They might not have anything to give you, but they're giving you encouragement and real love and support. That's what matters. And I think that's what people need the most. Everyone has a lot of knowledge out here. Like, can we be real about it? Like, everyone knows what they need to be eating. A lot of times, like, you can go on the internet. Like, I know what I need to be eating, or I know that I need to be working out 3 to 4 times. A lot of people know what they need, but sometimes you just need that extra support and the accountability to be like, you don't have to do it on your own. I can let you know, like, hey, like, this is what you need to be doing, but I'm here to guide, like, I'm here to really be with you every step of the way. And I think that's what people want. People want support more than anything. So, however, whatever scale you're doing that at, just keep doing it and knowing that it makes an impact and it's important.
Wow. I mean, that's
Yeah.
powerful. And so who would you invite? What kind of people would you invite to join you over at Body Precepts? Is there a listener that's listening now that if you feel this, and this, Body Precepts should be your home?
Yeah.
Who's that listener? Who's that person?
Of course, a woman. A woman that, might be around, let's say about 35 to 44 years old. You you have a hard time prioritizing yourself. Everybody gets a piece of you and there's nothing left for you at the end of the day. You need something where you feel supported. You want an extra push in your life in general, mentally, physically, emotionally. And you need some sisters around you that look like you, that experience life just like you, to let you know that, hey, you ain't the only one, sis. Those are the women that I'm looking for. Those are the women that are attracted to Body Precepts. Those are the women who want that. Like, they felt like they're missing out on something, and just know, like, they want their life to start again. So whether they're, the kids just left the house, or you so bogged down with work that you have nothing outside of that. It's time for you to take care of you. Everybody else gets a piece of you. You need a piece of you at the end of the day. So if you're looking for an outlet to join in a sisterhood that will not only hold you accountable with all the fitness, nutrition stuff, we all know that stuff, but who can really say they love you, not for what you do, but just for being who you are. Like, come see me, pull up.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow. I really appreciate having this time with
This
you.
was fun. I like this.
I
Thank
really
you for
do.
having me, Doc.
Any books on the horizon? Any other big projects you
Um,
working on at the moment?
not really. Just building the sisterhood. Being in our building. Just conducting classes. Of course, we're trying to work on growing, expanding, getting building our reach. Trying to be seen a lot more around the city. Trying to get out of our building. Trying to do little pop ups here and there, and build on an online platform for us so we can reach people even outside of Jacksonville. Because I think plenty of women need Body Precepts, and so we're just trying to meet a need.
I totally agree. I know plenty of women need to be motivated by you and Jocelyn. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the listeners before we close?
Just feel free, guys, to follow Body Precepts on the social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, YouTube. Actually, too, we're working on that. We're building that. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're in the Jacksonville area and you would like to drop in a class, we have our links on our website, bodyprecepts.com. You can come to a free class. Just put in the promo code free class and you can pull up and have a good old time. Meet me and Jocelyn and see how we can help you in this journey called life.
Nice. Hey, and if you missed any of that, it's in the show notes. So when you go to the show notes, you'll be able to see links for all of Jolisa's social media contacts.
Thank you.
So, hey, thank you so much, and have an amazing, blessed day.
You too, Doc. Love you.
Love you more.
Bye, Doc. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Your Health Moment podcast. If you enjoyed what you've heard, you can visit our website, yourhealthmoment.com, for past episodes, show notes, and all the resources that we mentioned on the show. Feel free to connect with me on social media too. Send me a DM and let me know what your thoughts are about the episodes that you've been listening to. And don't be shy about requesting any other show topics that you might like to explore.